Hey there, girls, guys, theys, and thems. Welcome to Dee Dee's Designs. I'm Dee Dee. This is the next video in the What's the Stash series, where I'm going through, in relatively wash day order, the natural curly girl hair products that I have that are unopened. If you've seen any of the previous ones, I've done the Use Your Stash series, the natural hair care products that I have opened that I'm using right now. So if you're curious as to what's currently being touched and used up, you'll want to check out those videos. I've also done a couple great epic big bad empties to let you know what I've gone through. And we're gonna get started. I've already tried to film this video once, got a really good start, I got really close to being done, and then I got interrupted. And if you've noticed, I'm not an editor yet. I haven't really dived into what that looks like. I'm sure it is relatively easy when I put my brain and nose to it. I'll start being able to do that. But at this point, I'm not. So in lieu of having a weird juxtaposition of like, hey, look at this like 2-part conditioner video, and one is like 20 some minutes and the other is like 10. I'm redoing it, and who knows, maybe I will post it at some point, or not. I have no idea. But anyway, let's get started. And I haven't watched that video before I got interrupted, so hopefully if there is some good gems that I said, since this is also not scripted, I just kind of jump on in, then I will maybe point that out, or post it. Who knows? You guys let me know. All right, so this video in the What's the Stash series is going to be all leave-in conditioners. Now some of these I have actually used before and they're just duplicates, so maybe let me touch some of those. So some of the ones, here's one. It is the Eden Body Works Almond Marshmallow Therapy Leave-In Conditioner. Now I love this one. As you see, this is how it came when I bought it, in the bag. I left it in the bag. And I've used many of these. This was, if you know Eden Body Works as a brand, this was discontinued. I gobbled them up the best I could. And this is, I think, the last full-size one that I have unopened. I believe I have one of these that is opened, but very low. And I'm probably not going to touch it too terribly quickly. Hair products like this, that are duplicates, that I've used before, that I love, and that are discontinued, are not going to be the first things I grab in my stash when I go to reopen ones. They're going to be some of the last ones, because I'm going to be really sad to see them go, because they're not coming back. And that is a travesty. But I want to give it its flowers, and show it here, and let everyone know that it's coming. And if you know what things it pairs with really well, let me know, because some of these I don't have like partners with anymore because they're discontinued and I've been using them up. Another one that is a duplicate that I've used that is discontinued, so you can see it's still in this packaging. It is going to be the Curls Cashmere and Caviar Hair Silk. This was not only one of my favorite hair care collections for them, but it was also one of my ex-coworkers, and I had purchased the whole collection, or every product in this collection, multiple times. and gifted them to her at least once, maybe twice. I almost, when I heard these were going out, I almost purchased a whole nother one on a different site. I think a hair care site that had a collection of different ones just so I could give them to her. But we ended up not being coworkers anymore, not because of either one of us. Company split. But I digress. So who knows, if I come across it again, maybe I will, but this is the last unopened one I have, and if I can't find another, I'm not gonna share it. Okay, some other ones that are discontinued that I have used. All right, let me do this one. It is the Mane Choice Soft as Can Be 3-in-1 Revitalize and Refresh Conditioner. Now this says it can be a co-wash, a leave-in, and a detangler. Now, as you can tell, this is the old packaging. This brand still exists. This product still exists. However, the packaging has changed, and some might say so has the formula. I have not really played or messed with the Mane Choice since it's gone through such big changes. As it was doling out a bunch of different lines like candy, I gobbled a lot of them up, but not realizing what hair care brands do, because I was a little newer to the game, or at least in that space. I was gifting them. I was a natural hair care fairy, just purchasing them because that was part of my shop therapy. Thank you, pandemic, that got me all crazy and buying way more than I needed for this one head. But then I also have a generous heart. Thank you, Jesus. And I was just gifting them away because I realized, oh, I also am hoping to be a minimalist and not have clutter everywhere. So I was like, oh, well, I'll get it again. I'll get it again. Not realizing that no, I wasn't gonna get it again. So there was a lot of products I got rid of that I never got to try. And I'm sort of, oh, dang it. But I don't regret being kind or generous to people. But this one I did enjoy. I used, I think, at least 2 of these before I started even filming videos. This was one that, even though me and my child doesn't have the same hair texture at all, I was using this on her hair when she was younger, and she really liked it. And so she actually, I think she used it more than I did. And so this last one I'm saving because now she has a different, set of hair care that she uses. This one's for me. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna stick with the Mane Choice because I've got a couple of them here. So these 2 are discontinued lines from Mane Choice as well, but I've never used them. This is the Mane Choice's Hair Type 4 Leaf Clover Manageability and Softening Remedy Leave-In Cream Type 4 and Proud. This is the perfect blend of clove oil, which I love clove as a spice. It is something I've totally gotten into in the last year or so, of flaxseed oil and aloe vera. And I've used the shampoo in this line. It was the first and I want to say almost only product I've used so far. And it was a great moisturizing shampoo, quite frankly. And so when I learned that this line was being discontinued, I found the site, like right as it gotten away from the Mane Choice website, I found the site that it was on, which I believe was the owner's site for a minute. She now has a brand new brand, Watch and See, which if I ever get through my hair care stash and start really purchasing hair care again, there are definitely some brands and some lines that I can't wait to try, if they even still exist. I think the last time I bought anything was sometime last year. And if you looked at any of the videos on my channel, you know that haul. It was a great deal. I couldn't say no, And I'm so glad I did, because that brand changed their packaging. So I got some probably really great hair care for super cheap, and nothing changed about it, but it's casing. Heather, let's give this its flowers. I bought the whole line, this whole line, from, I believe, the owner's website after the Main Choice, before the Watch and See. And I'm excited. I'm excited to dive in, but I'm also holding off because, like I said, if I can't get it back, I'm gonna enjoy it and hold it off to the end. So when you start seeing those in some used up videos, you'll start knowing my stash is dwindling. In fact, I can't wait to give an update on my stash. Okay. All right, so the next Main Choice discontinued line item I have is the Main Choice Do It Fro the Culture Untouchable Definition and Unmatched Volume Accomplished Triple Layer Leave-In. This has black charcoal and black cumin. It looks like this. I heard nothing but good things about this brand and about this brand. Since this was the brands that were like for the type 4 dense thick hair, I really wanted to try them. Now I had tried, I believe, the rinse out conditioner in this line and fell in love with it. And I think I might have tried maybe one other item. I think the deep conditioner as well. But then when I discovered that these were gone or going away, I purchased the whole line again. So these two are lines from what is, I believe, the original Main Choice brand, back before it was sold and tainted, if you will. And I'm really looking forward to diving into them. But a lot of those products that I just showed you are going to be some of the last ones that I touch. Another Main Choice that I believe is still around is the Ancient Egyptian Anti-Breakage Collection Leave-In Lotion. Tried the deep conditioner, loved it. Love the oil in this line. I think I've used at least one whole bottle of the oil. I know I have one open. I can't remember if there was one in between, but haven't used this up. I don't know, when this was purchased, I don't know if it's the original formula. I don't know if it's a newer formula. I know they have newer packaging now, which means they definitely have a new formula. And I do have the gel that goes with this that is open. I've used it a couple times, and if you saw my gels Use Your Stash video, you'll know what other items I have opened and used at least once, if not more. And I'm holding off to use up that gel with this, but because I also know that these are probably still around in some way, shape, or form, for better or for worse, I'll probably use this up before I use some of the other ones you just saw, so that way I can make sure I keep it all in line. Now I gotta remember, this is not all about talking, it's about showing the video, showing the product too. So let me know if there was a product that you saw in this video that you didn't get to see very well, and I'll try to, maybe jump back in here at some point to show people or put pictures, something like that. Start engaging differently. All right, another product I have is opened because I bought it from another YouTuber's Macari site. And I don't believe the brand is even in existence anymore. It is the Product Junkie Naturals Hibiscus and Fenugreek Leave-In Conditioner. Now, back when I was trying not to buy things a couple years ago, I'm pretty sure, I kept seeing videos with this brand in there. And I was like chomping at the bit to try them because I've heard how wonderful they were. Now, I made a very big, giant purchase finally, and that was literally the year or the summer that they closed down. And they gave me notice and word that my order wasn't going to be fulfilled. They gave me a refund, and I never got my Product Junkie Natural products. I was sad, to say the least. But then, as fate would have it, because what is for you cannot stay away from you, because God's got you. The YouTuber, which I believe was Natural Ray, had this and a couple other products for Product Donkey Naturals in her Mercari, and I snatched them up. Now, this one I haven't used and opened, this one I haven't used even though it's already open, so this was her using it. But I had another one of the same that I take with me when I travel, and that one actually was opened. I needed a moisturizing one earlier in the winter and as I was traveling, and I opened it and used it and love it. And so this one I will definitely touch sooner than later because it is opened, but I don't have to jump on it right away because I am already using it. But it is a good one, quite frankly. If I knew a product to use with it, however, that is what I'm trying to find out. Okay, let me jump into real quick. I do have one other Mane Choice one that I haven't tried. It is the Mane Choice H2O Hydration Therapy Intense Nourishing Leave-In Conditioner. I got this whole line in a curl box. If you know, you know. If you don't, let me know. And I maybe might do a video because I still had one lonely curl box left that I just opened randomly before I thought about I probably should have saved it and done a video about it. And now the products are scattered, some used, some not. So when I run into them, I'll explain. But this one I'm interested in using because it was part of that whole sea soothing complex with amino acid, red and brown seaweed, and kelp extract. I'm probably gonna want to use this in the summer. So who knows, it may be opened as soon as this year, hopefully, because some of these need to be used up, but right now they're just what's in the stash. And I'm excited. I have a couple other items I think in this line. I truly cannot remember if I've used any other items in this line. But yeah, glycerin is really high in it, so it may actually need to be more of a winter used product. I don't know, we shall see. I'll definitely start, once I get through these stash series, I'll definitely start coming in and letting people know what's working, what's not, what I love, what's not. If you're interested in my favorites or my dislikes, let me know, because I haven't made any of those videos yet. All right, let's dive into probably some that I'm going to be trying to touch quickly here. One of my favorite hair care brands is going to be Soultanicals. And I got a couple of those bad boys. Got a couple of these. So the first Soultanical product I picked up is the Moroccan Silk Moisture Milk with argan oil, shea butter, and rice milk. So this tells me, because you have rice bran oil within the top three ingredients, it tells me it's probably strengthening, quite honest. Probably pretty strengthening. Now, it's got a weird dent. That's how it kind of showed up. And I went, oh, it just needs to be like whatever. But it is so not opened that I don't want to open it just to make the bottle not funny. So I'll probably be using this sooner than later. And I'm excited for it. I think one of the things, these are more natural products, and the quicker I use them, the less likely they're gonna go bad. Okay, some other ones as I'm speeding through here. And these, unfortunately, I don't know enough about because I've never used them before. Some of the other duplicate ones that I did make sure to repurchase, I could tell you about. So these next ones might go by a little fast because I have nothing to say other than, hey, here's a new one. So the Soultanicals Dew or Dry Beds Dye. I'm rhyming it, but it probably might be pronounced something else. I got another of those things. And when I opened it, right, love it that it's sealed and fresh. Hate it because however it shipped, it's just kind of created this little defect. So these are ones I'm definitely going to want to use. This one also has rice bran oil in the top 3 ingredients, which makes me believe these ones are more, you know, strengthening, more proteiny based a little bit. Correct me if I'm wrong, if having rice in the top means that. I could probably do some research myself, but I'm a busy woman. So if you know and you want to help a sister out, please let me know. All right, and then the last Botanicals unopened one, as I'm glancing, that I have is the Slip and Slide Knot Proof Hair Glide with slippery elm, okra, and cocoa butter. Now this one, I believe, yes, this one doesn't, from what I can tell, have any rice in it, which means it's probably the less strengthening of it. So this is the more moisture one. However, this one I know is more of a regular common line that you'll see either on the website regularly to purchase, or even I believe at Sally's when they had these, you could get this one. Whereas these ones I think were like either special boxes or you know, one of those quick, you know, releases, because they bring things out and don't bring it back for a really long time or never bring it back again. But these are more strengthening and this is more moisturizing. So based on my needs of my hair, based on the weather, that kind of thing will determine on which ones I start grabbing into. And as I've dived in to my hair care journey, I've started, and as my hair has matured and you know, repaired and strengthened and growed, though some of those words probably aren't real, I started learning my hair more and learning what my hair needs, and I've enjoyed that discovery. Okay, let's go, moving on. All right, so now I've got a handful of one-offs. Well, actually, yeah, let me do the brand that I have now the most of, and then I'll just do a bunch of random one-offs that I've got of just one brand. Now, this brand I was so excited to see in TJ Maxx, Marshalls, all those areas, and that would be Ottawa. I got the Baomint leave-in conditioning styler. So that's the Baobab, wintergreen, spearmint, and peppermint oils. And then I got the Blue Tansy leave-in conditioning styler. And this is definitely the strengthen and repairs one. So I got the moisturizing one and I got the strengthening one. I could tell here by the tag, I got this one at Marshall's. This one, the tag's been destroyed. My guess it was at like TJ Maxx, based on memory. And the thing that I find sad about these ones is, and I don't even know if I purchased them this way. One of them I might have purchased this way. One of them I might have accidentally just dropped. But the lids are broken. Like, not the lids, the pumps. So like this one's broken. This one you could tell is broken. I luckily have and saved pumps of other ones that I'm hoping come the time, and they're dusty, that I've come time that will work and that will be used. But these are some higher end products that I'm like saving my Sephora gift cards for, right? You know, that would be a lot of money for someone like me. And when I found them for cheap, for whatever reason, whether they were changing the formulas, whether they were changing the packaging, whether they were discontinuing them, which I believe I heard about this one possibly, I just knew I wanted to gobble them up. And if you watched any previous videos in the What's the Stash series, these might have some other companions to them that you will know. And I'm excited to dive into these. These ones will probably be touched sooner than later once I get through some of the others, because these are some high quality ones and we are in the season for it, right? Like, we are definitely, I'm definitely looking forward. I had travel size of this brand, this line that I've tried many of the products for, and trying the travel kit of it cemented it for me. These ones are high quality and great, and so I'm definitely looking forward to it. Let me give you a little side by side. Okay. And then another one, I should bring it back. Another one I have the travel size for. I have a couple travel size ones for, because this is a lot of hair, so I wasn't just gonna buy one. I bought a couple. Was this bad boy? I got a couple of those, but I haven't got to the travel size of my video, of my series yet, so spoiler alert, that gives you something to look forward to. I may have travel sizes of some of these. I may have travel sizes of ones you wouldn't even think about. So that is definitely coming up. And then the last Adwoa Beauty one I have is I believe it's slightly newer to their brand. It's the Melon Berry Hair Milk leave-in conditioner cream to spray for fine hair. And this one looks, I'm looking at the ingredients list. This one's probably more of a moisturizing one versus a strengthening, proteiny one. It's got all of this beautiful strawberry packaging on the inside. Like, look at that. And then it looks kind of like this. Now, it could be the lighting, or it could just be that the product has been waiting around for me too long, though it's not even that old in my stash. But yeah, that's what it looks like. And it's cute and it's small. It's only 6.8 fluid ounces. I definitely got this one. Oh yeah, I definitely got this one at a TJ Maxx red tag. So my hope is that the discounted price won't fail me. All right, so here's some other ones. Now I'm almost done, and I'm gonna probably get through this one. All right, so ones that I might actually be touching, some of them sooner than later, just based on the brand or based on the one-offness of them. I have one from a brand I've not tried too much from, that is on my to buy more for when I'm done. It's going to be Alikay Naturals. It's the Dulce Hydrating Curl Lotion. Now, I've tried the Avocado Repair Deep Conditioner, and I believe enjoyed that. I've tried, I think, the Lemongrass Leave-In, which I don't think I found the right combo for that one. And there was a other product I wish I could remember the name of, and I've used a couple of those, and they were great pre-pooey types. I'll try to figure out and find, I believe I have one opened, probably in a different location. Like when I travel to see my mom, or, you know, just go different places. I might have products there that when I visit, even though it's a rarity, like once a year or less, I have a product there that can suffice. So I've used a couple of the Alikay Naturals. I have not dived enough into them to really truly know, but I hear good things. And this looks like, yep, I got it at TJ Maxx. I believe it's kind of an older packaging as well. And I'm just looking at the ingredients list. Aloe vera, cocoa butter, kokum butter. Oh, it's got silk amino protein, so that tells me it's going to be a little bit more strengthening. So yeah, gonna see what I can do and use with that one. All right, I've got one that is very well known and that I will probably use sooner than later to get it out of my stash. It's the Miche Lavish Leave-In Conditioning Styler. Now, if you've seen any previous videos, you'll know I've got a probably bunch of deep conditioners that I've tried or not opened. I'll have to look at those videos to see what's what. But I am willing to dive in and give this a shot. I don't know if I have any stylers that is gonna work, so you'll have to stay tuned, and I'll have to start diving more into that part of my stash to see what will go with it. But this one it looks like a good moisturizing one. It's got a lot of good oils, and I'm looking forward to it. And this one I know you can purchase on the website, so it'll probably go faster than normal because it can be refilled if I fall in love with it. All right. Speaking of ones that may not be able to be repurchased very quickly, it is the Miche Peaches and Cream Leave-In Conditioner. Now this one I have multiple products in this line, the Peaches and Cream line. Yes, it's been in my stash for a minute, which means it is on my docket to use, this year, manifesting, using it this year. And I'm excited because if you're anything like me, I love me some peaches. Some of these are dusty. That should tell you something. Can't even smell it because it's sealed. All right, last few. Okay, a newer one to my stash that I was stalking in videos for a minute and then found magically at TJ Maxx. And it's a brand that I do want to try more of. It's the Kaleidoscope Soul Fed collection, and it's the Marshmallow Leave-In Conditioner. If you watched, you'll probably see I've got more in this line, the whole Thanksgiving-y type line. Love it. Also love the packaging, not only the pretty gold, but the wonderful Pride wrapper. And I believe I have a styler that may go with this as well. You'll have to look at that stash too. Or you'll have to stay tuned for that, those stash videos. All right, last ones. One may be a little more controversial than the other, so I'll start with that one. I have the Mielle Oats and Honey Blend Soothing Leave-In Conditioner for Sensitive Scalp. Now, I was never a big Mielle girly. I kind of only knew about it based on the controversy. I knew about the controversy before I really have touched their brand. With that said, there was a couple in the pomegranate line that I procured, I believe, before I heard about any of controversy with them. And I think the rosemary one, and those were okay. I believe I loved the pomegranate and honey items I tried. I probably would be willing to purchase and try them again later, and again, not on the top of my list, for no reasons other than just, why? But despite the things I've heard and knew, I did very much find myself gravitating towards this line. It's this Susan G. Komen in support of breast cancer line. And they, in 2021 and 2022, they promised or agreed to donate like 100,000 regardless of sales to them. And I loved that it was for a good cause. I loved that it was sensitive scalp. And I'm looking to see if I could find a tag. So I didn't jump out and buy it when they were offering it. I will be real with you. I waited till I found or went on the hunt with my favorite treasure trove, the Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Ross, right? And just sort of bought a couple. So I have a couple different ones in the line. I am excited to use it. I haven't believed I've used it before, but when I'm looking, I see that I have. So I don't know if I tried it. I don't know if I bought it this way. Girl, I can't remember. It's been so long. But this is definitely one that I will be using up sooner than later. And I'm okay that I bought it. I wanted to try it. And I will let you know how it goes. Now the last one, I was surprised I even found, and again, it was another TJ Maxx find. It was a Dr. Bronner's Lavender Coconut Organic Hair Cream. Now this one I've not touched, but I have touched if you saw it, and I will give this one away, and it may intrigue you to go and see that video. I have opened and tried the Peppermint Hair Cream. And I thought it was surprisingly moisturizing, like shockingly moisturizing. I mean, Dr. Bronner's is an amazing soap that does a million things, and I have many of their flavors or scents, however you want to look at it. I have a lavender soap that I'm going to use when I use this cream. I have a peppermint soap that I'm gonna use when I use that hair cream. And there was other surprising items in the mix as well. And I think if you've seen any previous stash, you'll see what those ones are. But what I have used of is it's good. Now the only issue though is because yes, you can use your 3 easy steps. Step 1, shampoo with your favorite Dr. Bronner soap. Step 2, and I believe if you've seen a video, you'll know this one, which is rinse with our organic hair rinse. I don't recall using the hair rinse, but I believe I've talked about the hair rinse, and I believe it's in a video. If not, I'm doing you a disservice, and I'm sorry. And then number 3 is to put this in it. And this is silky and soft, for sure. The trick will be finding the styler, and I cannot recall what I used when I used the peppermint one. There'll probably be videos after these stash ones where I start talking about those kind of fun combinations, because I know that that's what I look for when I'm trying to like pair it up. I'll start looking in the YouTubes and seeing who has done this before, who can tell me what they need to match it with. So let me return the favor to some of you, and I'll let you know. But I am pretty sure it's probably something like Eco Styler, right? It's something very like, oh my gosh, let's not use these. But I'm gonna try this. I probably have another one too, like the Eden Body Works lavender one. I wonder if that one will go well. I don't know. I'll start doing some tests, and you can tell me maybe what you might recommend that I use with this amazing find of Dr. Bronner's. I think once I get through my stashes and a lot of the products that I'm using, I will discover what I really want to touch and what I really don't. And I know Dr. Bronner's will be one of those brands on my list for a lot of things, because they're an amazing brand. Okay, so that is all of the what's in my stash leave-in conditioners that are unopened. Okay, now this has been a long video, but I'm excited to share it with you. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, if you've tried any of these before and you want to give me some of your tips and tricks. If you haven't and you are like, please use this up and either use it on camera or tell us about it, show us your hair with it, what pairs with it, let me know in the comments down below. And like, subscribe if you want more from me. I may dive into different avenues, not just hair care, and that will be coming here shortly. But either way, I'm glad you chose to click. I'm glad you're here, and stay safe and healthy. See you soon. Bye.